Amito for everyone. Please put your palms together. We recite the Buddha's name three times. Homage to our fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage to our fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage to our fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Okay, you can relax your palms. So today we continue to discuss meditation. Previously, we listened to Dharma masters explain the principle of Chan. And today we will focus on the basics. So the groundwork before meditation, the preparation work, and what to pay attention to while you're meditating, and so on. So because we have received feedback that some of you find the abstract concept difficult, so such as self-contemplation, contemplation of emptiness, that's because you haven't learned how to meditate. So today the focus is on the basics. So those who are experienced, who have been meditating for many years and already have some insights in meditation, you might find today's content very familiar. But there's no harm in reviewing these basics because there are certain approaches that are different from yours, and you can even try to learn from others and use some different new methods. So Chan practice is to focus the mind and investigate the truth, achieve the clarity of mind and realize one's true nature, and ultimately attain self-mastery and liberation. So silent meditation is just a method or foundation for investigating Chan. Along the way, we learn methods to modulate the body, regulate the breath, and calming the mind. So this can strengthen our physics and improve our health, prevent illness, and also prolong life, but it's not the goal of Chan. So when we talk about the benefit of Chan, there is an example of it, the health benefit. So Master Zhizhe has an elder brother. His name is Cheng Zhen. When he was around 40 years old, because his hot temper, he gets angry easily. And he used to be a military person. So because of his bad temper, he had hepatic ascites, which is today is basically liver cancer with fluid in the abdominal area. So one day, Master Zhizhe and Cheng Zhen, so the brother as well, they ran into Zhang Guolao, one of the 8 Taoist immortals. And Zhang Guolao said to Cheng Zhen, said, "Oh, your face is pale and swollen, your lips are black, your nails, your hands are dry, your eyes are glassy, and your limbs are weak and bloated. I'm afraid you may not have more than a month to live." And Master Zhizhe heard that. He was very concerned for his brother's health. So he wrote the 10 guidelines for the practice of samatha and vipassana for beginners. And Master Zhizhe urged his brother to put this, to cultivate it accordingly, to put into practice. So hope that will help with his health and prolong his life. So Cheng Zhen really followed this guideline diligently, curbing the 3 poisons and did many good things. And within a year, he experienced a remarkable transformation. He felt as though the pores in his body has opened up and energy was flowing through freely, and he felt cool and fresh. So one day he ran into this Taoist immortal Zhang Guolao again, and this Taoist immortal noticed that his complexion has become great and the skin very smooth. So he looks very healthy. So, and then he asked him, "What medicine have you been taking? You look great." And Cheng Zhen said, I merely regulate my body and mind by following the practice of samatha vipassana. And Zhang Guolao said, when you've truly mastered samatha vipassana and the 5 desires of body and mind naturally diminish and fade, your craving, attachment, and anger will also disappear. This method not only leads to longevity, but also accomplishment of the way. So now that we know that this is actually really not just helpful for our health, but also helpful for practice. So although there's so many physical benefits for Chan, but it's not the goal for Chan meditation. But as beginners, we should understand these basic methods of regulating the body, regulating the breath, and maintain a healthy physical and mental state to prevent the meditation-related illness and to ensure a smooth progress in our practice. So today we use the framework in Master Zhezhe's book, Explanation of the Perfection of Chan Paramita. And so Tiantai School had great systematic organization and graduate teaching of Chan or dhyana meditation, dhyana paramita. And it inspires practitioners by giving them a structured method to investigate Chan. So there's 4 main texts on this. One is Maha Samatha Vipassana. The other one is step-by-step teaching for understanding dhyana paramita. And then there's the 6 wonders gate, and then finally the small Samatha Vipassana. So today we're gonna go by the step-by-step teaching for understanding dhyana paramita. And in that book, Master Ji said, a clear understanding of all aspects of meditation or Chan leads to the development of inner faith. You must understand skillful means if one wishes to settle the mind in practice. So understanding the various aspects of Chan can unlock and foster faith and confidence in Chan Paramita. However, if one wishes to further engage in this practice, then it is necessary and essential to know how to apply skillfully. So then there's 2 main methods. One is external skillful means, so method for focusing the mind externally, and one is internal skillful means, method for focusing the mind from within. So there are 2 main approaches to practicing Chan. So one is external method, which is our techniques used to adjust one's mind and behavior in addition to meditation. And then the internal methods are techniques applied during the meditation to focus and cultivate the mind. So these 2 are collectively called skillful means, because they're skillful means because they're techniques to help practitioners in the cultivation. As beginners, in the beginning stage, one can flexibly apply these methods to experience gradual and efficacious progress, and that's why they're called skillful means. And we can basically treat skillful means as tools that we can use to accomplish what we want to do. For example, if we want to visit an unfamiliar place, we need a means of transportation, we need the address, need the information about the local weather, terrain, and any necessary precaution for us to get there safely. So all of this transportation and etc., to have all this information, these are the external skillful means. So we can take a look at what are the external skillful means of the dhyana paramita. So that's five external. Having five conditions, renouncing five desire, abandoning five hindrance, regulate five practices, and practice the five matters. So the first five conditions to fulfill is observing pure precepts. So our modern life, how do we understand this in our modern life? What is observing pure precept translate? It translates not only as religious commitment to the precept, but also we have integrities, moral integrities, obeying law, and have a healthy lifestyles. So in practice, we have a good daily routine, respect others, don't chase material gain too much. So those. And the second, having adequate clothing and food. So that means in modern society, what it means is to have the necessity of food and shelter, but not going overboard. The third, residing in a quiet and tranquil place. It doesn't mean you have to live in a mountain, but you should create a sacred space, even in your home, where you can find peace and serenity. And you can also go to nature periodically, or even just sometimes switch off your devices, and in order to give yourself some alone time so you can meditate and contemplate and reflect your mind. So number 4, letting go of worldly affairs. So what are the worldly affairs? Worldly affairs are just things that too many activities, too many distractions, and there are a lot of things that are distracting in our modern life, and we should try to avoid them. The next one is acquiring good spiritual friends. They are good friends, good teachers, even books or courses that are good. And if you can have a good spiritual teacher, spiritual guide, they can help us promote our personal growth, and increase our growth of the mind. So, and develop our wisdom. So next one is renouncing the five desires: form, sound, smell, taste, and touch. So our five faculties attached to this, normally attached to these five sense objects. And when we're attached, our mind is dwelling externally. But charm is to bring this mind back to its internal home. But because we're so used to wandering outside our mind, outside as in wandering among these five desires, so we need to really learn that all these external attachments will lead to suffering. So we need to slowly decrease and reduce all these sense desires and sense attachment. And by moderating our sensory perceptions, the attachments, we minimize distractions, and create space for greater inner peace and focus. aligning our daily lives with spiritual growth in practice and in practical and in accessible ways. So the next one is abandoning the 5 hindrances, which include sensual desire. So reduce excessive material pursuit. Adopt a simple, minimalist lifestyle by practicing decluttering and feeling content with present. So next one is enmity. Amity. So learn to manage our emotions. Try not to harbor resentment towards self or others. The next one is sloth and torpor. To maintain a balance between our sleep and wakeful time by following the regular routine and incorporate moderate exercise to avoid falling into extreme laziness or over exertion. Next one is restlessness and remorse. So we need to let go of past regret and future worries and live in the present for that. And next one is doubt. So strengthening confidence and focus to remove doubt. So when we practice, we can learn from a trusted mentor and deeply reflect our goal and direction. And that will also help with having doubts in life. So the next one is regulating the 5 practices. They are regulating food and drink, sleep, body breathing, and regulating the mind. In terms of regulating food and drink, there are many things we could do. For example, eat simple, light, moderation in terms of amount. So we won't have a heavy mind and body. And then it will be also good to have a plant-based diet, vegetarian diet. And it will help us reduce the heaviness in our body and mind and also increase our compassion. If we can do 1 meal a day or fasting after lunch, then we could do small and frequent meals. That will also help. So you won't have extreme hunger or extreme fullness. And then you should also pay attention to how much water you drink, how much, stay hydrated, but not too much water. And reduce sugar and caffeine and this kind of stimulants. And then also have suitable food choices, whatever food that is suitable for your own constitution. So regulating sleep. Sleep is manifestation of ignorance and it obscures our mind. So we really shouldn't indulge in that. But it's also necessary. So we really should pay attention to sleeping, how we sleep. Meditation requires physical strength for sustenance. Neglecting sleep and food can lead to serious consequences. But this does not apply to those who have attained a high level of mastery in Chan. However, some people believe that they can rely on meditation to recharge, but for beginners, it often leads to drowsiness. And if it becomes a habit, it can cause meditation-related problems. So to regulate sleep, what we need to do is to maintain a regular sleep schedule to make sure that we have enough hours. And before sleeping, we shouldn't eat and drink too much, especially food that includes caffeine. And also, we should stop using devices to also make sure that our mind can relax. And then balance meditation and sleep. So you should, if you're sleep deprived, a short meditation can help. But the focus and relaxation can also can act as a quick way to recharge. But also, if striving too hard to focus during meditation can cause mental fatigue. So you also need to relax appropriately and address drowsiness in meditation. You need to make sure you have good posture, focus your breathing, and then your eyes need to be a little bit open so you're not too drowsy, fall asleep too quickly. So that will reduce drowsiness. And then make sure you're in a good environment, well ventilated place. So the next one is observe and reflect. So to understand why you feel drowsy. Is it not sleeping enough? Are you eating right? So a good meditation and a good sleep will complement each other. So we need to find a good rhythm that works for your individual case and gradually assimilate meditation to your daily life. So in terms of posture, it's very important to have a straight spine. Our spine is in the shape of S. When we're sitting in meditation, our spine should be relaxed just like this S shape. So because of we want to hold our spine to keep it straight posture, it'd be good that if we have something that prop ourselves up a little bit, because then without something propping our bottom, it's easy to have the spine pressing our lungs, having pressure on knees, and cutting off circulation in legs, and compress the internal organs. So it's very useful, very helpful to have some sort of cushion. Although for the regular meditators, some of you don't need a cushion, and that's fine too, as long as your posture is good. But for the beginners, it's really good if you start with a cushion of some sort to prop yourself up. Look at the left. Without the cushion, your hip joint is stretched to produce a greater degree of flexion, and then your spine will not look like an S shape. And you can see your knee is higher than your hip, so it will not help with balance. You see, when it's propped up, when you're propped up, you have an S-shaped spine that is straight, and your knee is lower than your hip. So you have a restoration of a physiological curvature. So they can see the left and right when you have a cushion and we don't have a cushion. So with a cushion or zafu, you see without a cushion, it's easy to have the spine curved forward. So your Baihui point should align with your Huiyin point. The waist and spine are naturally straightened. The shoulders are lowered, elbows are lowered. That was front view, and you can see the side view. Ears align with shoulders. Your ears should not be more forward than your shoulder. If you're sitting in a chair, that's fine too. You can also meditate when sitting in a chair. To make sure that your calves are 90 degrees to the floor. And if your feet are not touching the floor, you should really put your feet on the floor. And your leg and your body should be 90-degree angles too. So your hands should be on your legs and be relaxed. And it's important to have your back relaxed, your hands, your feet are relaxed, your head is naturally resting on your shoulder. And you can keep your eyes closed if you want to. So make sure your Bai Hui and Hui Yin 2 points are aligned. Your ear and shoulders are aligned. They're still important. So you can see the picture in the left and the picture on the right. The left is showing a bad example. The right is a proper sitting posture. So when you're sitting straight, you can see it's just like a person that's balancing a stick straight. When you do that, your arm is not feeling the strong weight of the stick. So it's very relaxed, just like a person who's sitting properly. But if the stick is tilted and your hand is holding it, and you will actually feel how much weight the stick is, and you will feel the difficulty of holding onto the stick. Your body will need to really grab it and balance it. So on top of posture, it's also important to relax the body or relax your mind. So our head is 42 pounds. And you see, normally it's sitting on our shoulder. If it's aligned, our head is 12 pounds. If our ear is in front of our shoulder, our head weighs 32 pounds. And if our head is even tilted more, then the head will weigh even more. So how do we relax? So make sure relaxing the head all the way to the toe. So it's very, very important. The most important thing is to have your whole body aligned and relaxed. It's just like when you're doing Tai Chi or Kung Fu, it's the same thing. Aligned and relaxed. If you can, we can just practice right now. If you're sitting on a chair, we can try with this current slide, 90 degrees. Our feet are like our leg to our body. And don't lean back to the chair. Make sure your head and your Bai Hui is aligned. Your shoulder should align with your ear. So are you done? If that's okay, then you can, if you can meditate with your leg folded, you can also find a cushion or zafu. You can sit on a cushion or zafu. And sometimes we say, relax your head, but then you don't know how to relax your head. Then what you could do is to tighten it, tighten as much as possible, and then let go, and that's how you relax it. So breathe in and breathe out. Close your eyes. Relax your head. Relax your shoulder. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulder. Relax your chest. Relax your back. Relax your left arm. Relax your right arm. Relax your left hand. Relax your right hand. Relax your abdomen. Relax your waist. Relax your left thigh. Relax your right thigh. Relax your left calf. Relax your right calf. Relax your left foot. Relax your right foot. Now you relax the entire body. Can you do this again? Relax your entire body from your head to toe and check if there's any part of your body still tense. If so, relax those areas further. So once you're done with relaxation, you can try to count your breath. Breathe in, pause. You can just breathe normally. You don't have to breathe with your abdomen. So breathe in and out and count one. Breathe in, breathe out, count two. Breathe in, breathe out, count three. Breathe in, breathe out, count four. In, out, five. In, out, six. In, out, seven. In, out, eight. In, out, nine. In, out, 10. So this is counting of breath. So this is how we modulate our body. Okay, now you can gather your attention, move your body, move your feet, move your hands a little bit. Don't know how you feel with that little exercise, but I hope it's helpful and it's very important to relax and visualize all these different parts and relax your body part. It is sometimes you can visualize and to the detail of each part to the point um, the whole body feels very, very heavy. You don't want to move at all. So relaxation is very important for meditation. And of course, addition to the relaxation of the body, it's very important to relax your mind too, which is achieved by regulating your breath. So we've already tried a little bit of regulating breathing. So in the beginning, you can just breathe naturally. Don't have to try to change it intentionally. Eventually, you can try to breathe with your abdomen, so abdominal breathing, and that can help the mind calming even more. Slow and deep breathing, slowlier and deeper. So counting of the breath help us concentrate. Sometimes we realize, oh, our mind has wandered when we count to 8, and then you just bring it back to counting. So this is a training of concentration and also help regulating our body, regulating our breathing. So that's the observing of the breath. So once you realize you are distracted, just bring it back. Please don't beat yourself up when you realize you're wandered off. Don't judge yourself. So the third is again alignment and adjustment of the posture. So when you sit your spine straight, your breath can flow easily, freely. You relax your shoulder, slightly tugging your chin, so your head seems to float on top of your spine, just resting on your shoulder, on your neck. And then the next is regulating the mind, letting go of attachment. Don't have too many things in the mind. So it's important to let go of attachment and then focus on the present. What's the present? The presence is your breath, because we count on our breath to be alive. Breathing is very, very connected to our cultivation, because you can see if somebody is scattered, that person's breathing is shallow. So when you're worried, make sure you just breathe deeply, and you can see how your mind starts to relax. And the next one is to observe your emotion. If you notice there's any emotional fluctuation, then you can try to adjust it again. Using, say for example, using breathing to calm yourself again. And then the next is cultivating compassion. One of the most important thing is cultivating compassion. When we breathe regularly, deeply, slowly, calmly, then our mind will be calm too. So it's important to just keep practicing. Don't force the outcome. So the next thing is the practice 5 matters. Practicing the 5 matters, including aspiration, diligence, mindfulness, wisdom, and concentration. And because the time is up, we will stop here. And next week we can continue. So next week will be the final class for the semester. It's also the last class for our 3-year program. If you have any questions about the class, you can bring them up with your group leader. Or if you have any expectation or feedback regarding our future courses, you're also welcome to share them with your group leader. If we can, we will provide the answers next week. So please share your feedback and requests with your group leader before that. And if we're unable to answer them next week, we'll continue to discuss and provide the answer afterwards if you're still in touch with your group leader. So I hope you seize the opportunity for and raise your question and share your reflections before next week. Okay, so right now we're the transfer marriage, and we'll discuss the rest next week.
愿以此功德，庄严佛净土，上报四重恩，下济三途苦。若有见闻声，悉发菩提心，即是以报身，投生极乐国。顶礼老和尚，三位去。阿弥陀佛。